Hey, friend. Welcome to How I Became Your Mother podcast. I am Kalila Black, and this is where my past meets my future as I share my story and knowledge and wisdom with my future child as if they are already listening. So, yeah. As we know, the last time I came in here, I said we was going to start a different update, a different kind of a update specifically about your father. So like what's going on with my dating life? How close do I feel? What's happening? What's alive in me? I just got back from your auntie JB's 35th birthday weekend. And I had so much fun. She had a 3-day extravaganza. I was able to make 2 of the days, and I feel very, very full. Like it was just so much joy, so many vibes. I felt beautiful. I got to connect with so many of my friends, and my heart is warm. So I was on the way back from Atlanta because I flew into Atlanta. She lives in Georgia. And on the way back, this man, I smiled at him. I smiled and, said hello. And he froze and he said that, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Your smile is so beautiful. Your eyes, I'm going to marry you. And then he told me he was going to marry. He told me. He told me that he was going to marry me. And that and then he called his mother to tell her to introduce us. And I was completely baffled, completely flattered, completely amused, very, very amused, because it was so dramatic and so funny and so full out. And we were both booked on that flight, and that flight was a connecting flight. We had to go to Dallas, and then from Dallas we were going to go to LA. And we met in Atlanta, and he tried to get our seats to be switched on the way to Dallas, but that didn't happen. But he made it happen for Atlanta. For LA. And so we sat together and we talked and chatted, and I learned that he is also in the industry. He also is an avid traveler, the entertainment industry, as me. I'm an actor. He's also in the entertainment industry. He is an avid traveler. I'm attracted to him. And he's hilarious. Hilarious. So that I don't know if this is your father. I'm not at this point. I don't think so. That's what I'm gonna say, is I don't believe so, because I already feel like there may be some things that may prevent that. But I definitely believe your father will have that immediate knowing energy, that immediate enamored by me, taken by me. That's my wife. That is what I think your father is going to have. So it was a pleasure to get a glimpse of that through this man. So I'm feeling very like open and warm and soft and great. And this episode is about friendship. And I think that friendship, it means so much to me because of first of all, my name, Kalila, derives from the Arabic word Khalil. I don't know why my H was so heavy. I was trying to make sure I put respect on it. My mother moved the H to the back of my name. She wanted it to be a soft K. So that's why my name is not Kalila, it's Kalila. But it means friend. So my literal name means friend. And I think that there is something about, naming someone. And I believe that I've always been a friend. I've always felt friendship was important. I remember like being 7 and it being a point of pride how fast I could go to any playground, strike up a conversation with any of the girls, like whether I'm in, at my auntie's playground in Eastchester, or when I'm in co-op. Or I remember this and being like, I make friends so fast, and being proud. Like, I just enjoy. And I feel like the other part of friendship is like everybody gets to go. Like, it's giving, everybody gets to go. Like, it's that, like, there's a video that my aunt has, a home video. And I was 3 years old, and I just got these new skates, and I'm putting them on, and I'm like, I have a little, my little 3-year-old training little panties on and a little sweatshirt, and they're just saying, happy birthday, Lila. Like, I think we came home from celebrating me, and that's what I was comfy in, and I just in the actual video, they're saying, "All right, Bear, how old are you? It's your birthday." And in the video, I'm like, "It's Monze's birthday too." Monze was my cousin, who was my road dog, and I look back at that like, that's so interesting that they were celebrating me, celebrating me, and saying it's your birthday, and I'm like, yes, but it's also my cousin's birthday too. Like, share some of this love. I feel like so. I say all that to say that I've always been about the group. Like, I'm the friend that's going to bring friends along. And, sometimes my friends have to tell me, like, nah, I'm not really with that person. Like, or I don't vibe with that person the same way you vibe with them. I don't see it, and that has happened. But they know they can tell me that. And the other side of that is a lot of my friends also have connected and became friends. So sometimes most of the time, the connecting part works out in, everybody's favor. And I just wanted to shine some light on friendship and the importance of friendship, because I learned through my own work how important friendship is for me. So I think there's a part of me that was born a friend, named a friend, groomed a friend. There's also, so like, if we go back to astrology as well, the 11th house, because the sky and all of that is broken into 12 houses. The 11th house is the house that's ruled by, that governs friendship and like friendship versus family relationships. The 11th house is friendship energy, and I have so many planets in my 11th house. I was like, not only it's just OD how loud friendship is to me. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit and share this with you, because I think that friendship is something that needs to be valued at a higher level. And I learned that on my own, because I'll just talking about the household that I was raised in. My mother didn't have friends the way that I have friends, like friendships. She don't have like friendships. My grandmother didn't have friendships, and those are the two people that raised me. Even my father, he had buddies, but it wasn't like a friendship where it's like, that person is my aunt or that person is my uncle, like where it feels like family. And I feel like it's a missed opportunity. It's a missed opportunity of love, connection, and capacity, as well as like network, because my friendships like blend into value for me in ways that go beyond what my family is capable of. And I think that's has a lot to do with personal experiences. Like, my life is very different than by design, like I wanted it to be, but it's very different from the norm on purpose. So my friends are going to be different from the norm, which means that they're adding, I wanted to use a different word outside of different, but it's not coming to me. They're adding another kind of sauce to my life that is in addition to the sauce that my family has. And I just want you to know that friendship is an equally important part of your heart and your life. And I think that sometimes it's really, well, I think it's good for us to separate our lives practically into a few categories. And I know my categories that are like really loud in my head are family, romance, friendship, career, health, spiritual life, and personal development, like those things, growth. And so I have been around people, and I've also seen it with people where they look at friendship as an accessory, or kind of like something that happens. So it's like you have friends or you don't. Some people don't ride for you, some people do, but they pour heavily into their romantic relationships and even put it on a tier, like a different tier. So I dated men where the preference is that it's us against the world, like us and everybody else doesn't matter. And I know that was romanticized. I feel like that there's a part of us that romanticizes that because we grew up on that. It's like, yeah, the world is against us and I got my man. But I'm like, why? After learning and growing up and realizing and seeing how much value my friendships bring to me, as well as the value that they bring to my romantic relationships, because it's a ripple effect. Like my friendships are also my network and worth. And there's been so many of my friendships that have actually helped my significant other. Anyway, so what made me want to record this episode is I had an inbox from one of my followers who were commenting on my friendships, and they mentioned how lucky I was to have friends and to have homegirls, and to be like, because they said that they just got their husband, they just got their man, and they're not lucky enough to have found friendships. And it really triggered me because it makes it seem as if my relationships, and I have a lot of long-standing relationships. I have a group of five friends. Well, there is 4 of them. We call ourselves the Fab Five. We've been friends for over 20 years, like heavy, strong. I have my best friend. We've been friends since high school. So same time, same length of time. College friends. I have career friends that I've met 10 years ago because I'm making I made 10 years with the Lion King. Like, I keep people in my life and I love them down. But it's not luck. It's not luck making the friend. It's not luck making the friend. It's not luck maintaining the friendship. And it's not luck like keeping it up, expanding, growing as a friend. Those are things that are intentional. And so I wanted to share this because I think that the reason why my mom and even my grandmother didn't have friendships is because there was a trust thing. In order for you to have friendships and to have friends, one of the first things you got to do is trust them. Dun, dun, dun. And when you're listening to this, I'm thinking you might be around 13, a little bit, 12, right? So maybe your trust for your friendship may be with telling something like a secret to them, something that you don't necessarily want to get out. And sharing that happens. That could be something of how they you let them trust you, or you trust them. Or maybe a smaller gesture, asking somebody to watch your stuff, like giving people a chance to disappoint you is the easiest way to build friendships, because you're seeing how they will handle your feelings. You're seeing how they will handle your heart, and also you get to see real people off gate. Another way that I do is make requests, and see how people follow through on the requests. And it'll first start with like small requests. Like, I'll give an example. I was on a gig one time, and were we in Florida? I think, yeah, we were in Florida. We were going to Disney, and one of my coworkers had a plethora of Disney ears, and we were going to go to the park the following day. And I just be like, she seemed really cool. Her energy was cool, and she was hilarious. So I was just like, ooh. And when I see that, I'd be like, ooh, like, I want to connect with you. So I feel comfortable asking. So she was like, I got mad ears. She said she got a bunch of ears in the room. She has a bunch of ears in her room. So she was like, I'm happy to bring you an ear. I was like, oh my God, yes, please. Would you please bring me the ears? So the next day, she doesn't bring me the ear. But so I had a choice. So granted, it wasn't nothing like big. Like, that was something she said she was going to lend me. She didn't have to lend me anything, but I'm saying this. She didn't bring me the pair of ears. And so in the beginning, I had two ways to go. One way is I could act like I didn't ask for them and act like we both forgot about it. Or I could say it to her, like share with her that I like, oh, did you forget the ears, or do you have the ears, or what happened? So that she sees that I was first serious, and secondly, I'm a little disappointed. And I chose to go with the latter, because the other part about being a friend is having your heart, like holding people accountable for how they treat you and what they say to you, as well as that's also a part of the vetting process. So I said that to her, and she was like, oh my God, like it slipped my mind. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. And I was like, oh, it's okay. Thank you. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I was just wondering. Okay, cool. But in that, by that same token, I was like, oh, okay, like I understand that that's how you operate, because I try to be different from that. When people ask me to do things, like even if it's something mad small, I'm wanting them to know that my word is important, because I'm wanting to establish trust. I'm wanting to establish a vision of integrity, because I care about what people think about my personality, because I am a friend. Like, I want people to have good experiences. So what I want to say is that that is an example. I just met her, and I asked her for a favor. Now, some people would take that and be like, that's why I don't talk to people. That's why I don't ask people for nothing. You shouldn't have asked people for something. Like, oh, I'm a go here. So this is the biggest difference. It's like, you can either approach people with you don't have my trust and you have to gain my trust, or you can approach people with, I trust you until I don't. So I'm coming with you with full trust, or I'm coming at you with zero trust. I prefer to come at people with a bunch of trust, with 100% trust, and then you show me who you're not, if that's not you. Because first of all, when I come at people, trusting them, opening up, trusting them, most of the time they stand up. They're real. They actually fit the part. They rise to the occasion. That's been my typical experience. That's why I collect so many people. The other side of that is friendship. The same way romance also has intuitive pieces in there. Friendship is also about intuition. You can feel the vibe with people. There's a woman who she was a camera operator, is a camera operator from one of the gigs that I just did, the Dr. Seuss gig. And she is hilarious. She's very, very smart. And I know that she's smart because of how witty and fast her quips are. And there's one thing, I really enjoy being friends with smart people. So if you can make me laugh with your smarts and your speed, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to continue to engage with you. I'm going to want to see more of that. And I'm going to at least open my energy towards friending you. And so we exchanged numbers. Like, we exchanged numbers. She was talking about, she lives in Vegas. I said, first of all, I love Vegas. She goes there all the time. She drives there. And so I'm like, oh my God, we have something in common. That's a person that I would make arrangements with. Like we would literally, like the way I feel comfortable with, because we worked together for a week and I saw her, is I would ride to Vegas with her. Now, I would have my own accommodations because we haven't reached that level yet of knowing that I want to, stay. But I would jump in a car with her. She also was like, bring your friends. So I would probably invite Twin. And we would go to Vegas. We would go to, and that could be literally the next time I saw her. And now we would have a whole memory of a road trip, an experience in Vegas, and now we're friends. I've collected friends from personal development seminars. I've collected friends from work. I've collected friends through relationships that I was with, like their friends of their friends. Like, so and I do that because they're valuable. And I'm going to just shout out how my friends have assisted me in this season. These are people who are my friends. Now, family gets a whole other episode, but friends. My friends have stepped in and spent the night, cared for my mom, fed her, gave her pills, gave her medicine, assisted with the home health aides, lent me their car, let me stay in their house, organized campaigns, fundraised for me, gotten me jobs, sent me money, sent me food, sent me clothing, given me clothing, prayed over me, prayed over my family, sent my mom things, sent my mom flowers, gifts, got people in on the, what is it? Got people in on the corporate side, like advocated for me from all different kinds of angles. And this is my season of, I'm coming out of a season where I needed to heavily rely on my community. And I had to remind myself that I built this, that they love me and that they're down because I somehow deserve this. And, the reflection, excuse me, I'm not even going to stop the episode. I'm going to keep going. But the reflection, I know that I am amazing because of how many, the quantity of people that ride for me that have no blood ties to me. That's like living down is insane, and it feels like energetic connection. It feels like this perfect example of love and this perfect example of human to human connection. And I know that we are meant to be in an interdependent society. Like Earth, we're supposed to depend on each other. We're supposed to find our clans, and our family and our friends are supposed to be together, and we're supposed to expand. Like the community wasn't so broken up. That's how you have, like, when you think about what the community was, think about it. Like when we're talking about, we're going back. Hey baby, I'm having an aside for your aunties that's listening, but now you can listen. Back in the day, there used to be community, and like there was a thing where it was like community would raise the children. You could lean on that. And you think about neighbors, you think about neighborhoods where there were neighbors. These are people that are hanging out regularly, and their children are growing up together. They don't necessarily have blood ties, but they're seeing each other grow up. Those are friendships. That's friends. So in order for us to build community, we have to cultivate those that friendship, that love. And I wanted to bring to light how important it is, and I also wanted to bring to light that it is an intentional practice. The other side of friendship is vulnerability. It's having people in your business, like gratefully. It's being open enough to be checked. It's being open enough to be disappointed. It's even having breakups. I've had broke up friendship breakups that have made me cry. So like it feels like a romantic piece because of the love loss, because of the bond that is not connected anymore. So that's the other side of it. But I just want everyone to be aware that it's a choice, that you may have swindled yourself into believing that friendship comes by chance, and that romance and friendship is something that some people are the friend, girls, and some people don't really bang. No, it's not you don't really bang. It's that you don't see the value in building community. Therefore, you didn't develop the skills, the capacity, the thick enough skin to be in relation. Being in relation requires connectivity and also a level of awareness and intentionality. It's not just, oh, I invited them and they didn't call me back. I invited, like, for example, I'll say this. You invite somebody somewhere and they say they're coming and they don't show up. A person that's a friend, and I'm talking about you being a friend first. You have to be a friend first before you get the friend. Does that make sense? Like, if you're a queen, you're a queen. Like, if you have this aura, you're an aura. So I'm a friend first. So I'm going to trust you first. If I invite somebody somewhere and they tell me they're coming and they either don't come or don't text, I'm going to check in on them. I'm not going to assume that they didn't bang with me or that they're a flake. I'm going to say, oh, what's up? And if I'm not going to check in on them, like, it's one or two things. Even if I'm not going to check in on them, I'm going to invite them again another time. Like, it's not about strikes. Like, it's about seeing where they're at. I'm going to assume that something came up. I'm not going to assume that you was trying to swindle me. I'm going to assume that you got overwhelmed or you got double booked. I'm not going to assume that you was lying. Because if I'm assuming that, you was never my friend. I'm going to treat you like my friend first. The other side of that is I also will do the other thing. If somebody invites me somewhere that I don't even really bang with and I choose not to go, or something happens, like this happened with one of my boos. This girl befriended me and Twin. She walked up in between us in a, in a networking event and she just started talking to us like she knew us, and it had me weak. And then I went to another event of hers that was popping. We left with so many goodie bags. So she had a party that I wanted to go to, planned to go to, and somehow fumbled the dates and saw it on IG the day later. And I jumped in her inbox so fast. I was like, oh my God, and explained myself like, oh, I wanted to come and I didn't realize that I missed it. I'm so sad. Now, I didn't owe her anything. And she even said that like, oh no, it's okay. Like, it was cool, you know, if you couldn't make it. But I wanted to I had to double back to her to let her know that, because friendship is also about sharing how you feel. And when I was looking at her story, I was sad. I was like, what? Like, how did I miss that? I really wanted to go. Her events are popping. Like, no. So I jumped in her inbox and was like, no, like, I really, really wanted to go. And I want you to know that so that you can keep inviting me places. Like, keep inviting me because I meant to go. Like, that's showing. That to me, other people might be like, oh, that's thirsty, or you didn't have to owe her nothing. I don't care about that. Because if they think I'm thirsty, then they're not going to bang with me. Then they're not my friend anyway. I have to be me. So it's important that you're being you from up front so that your friend and your tribe can find you. Another thing that I do is I will share my opinion OD. Because if you're going to be my friend, you're going to experience Coach Kalila. You're going to experience me talking about my opinion on what you're doing. You're going, and typically I'm trying to do this to share a perspective that may uplift you, which is the reason why I think my friends bang with me, because I'm trying to put some type of positive spin on it, because that's how I train my brain. But if you don't like being a think piece or like me talking about your life or giving a perspective, I want you to know that up front so that you probably won't want to hang out with me, so we won't bang, because that's how I am as a friend. So it's really important to be who you are. I'm Coach Kalila on Gate. If somebody's like, oh, yeah, I didn't get a lot of sleep, I'm going to be like, oh, did you set an alarm, or would you want to do this, or do you take pills for it? Like, if you don't want Miss Fix It, if you don't want Miss Opinionated, Miss this podcast I read, this book I seen, I heard, if you don't want that, I want you to know off gate is who I am. So, and then those people live for me. They call me, they ask me for my perspective. They ask to talk to me. Like my friends, we voice note, we have whole podcasts, quote unquote, on this app called Marco Polo, because I'm attracting a group of people who love to chat. We are talk show hosts. That's my tribe. And I do that because I've learned that that's who I am. So what I want to emphasize is, first, friendship is not by chance. Secondly, we need to trust, we need to develop, and we need to learn that there's a balance piece. Like, I used to have issues I realized in dating that I no longer can date a man who don't value friendships, who doesn't have his own friends, who doesn't have his own time where he's with his people. Because if he doesn't have his own network, he won't understand why I value these strangers so much. He don't understand why I'm riding hard, why I'm flying across country, why I'm watching their kids, why I'm spending money on this, why I'm planning my life around some of their things, he don't understand that they're an extension of my heart, because he don't get that. I've had that. I've had men in relationships where they're like, your friends shouldn't be on the same level as me. So if we're planning something and I want to do something, it should be automatically me. That doesn't work for me, because I'm Kalila, the friend. So I want your father, you're going to know this already. You're going to have a plethora of aunties and uncles from mommy's side, and you're going to have a plethora of aunties and uncles from papa's side. And some of them people are not going to be your blood. Some of your cousins are not going to be blood, because that's how we roll. And I want you to know that you can trust people, and the reason you can trust people is because your intuition is strong. And when those people if those people happen to get out of alignment with who you are, with your spirit, with your practices, with your boundaries, you are strong enough, you are smart enough, you are full enough to cut them off and to get back out there and to form relationships that actually do support you and that push you forward. And I want you to know the value that friendships bring, that it's an energetic value to connect with people that are out in the world doing things and bringing things. It's also a numbers game. It's a numbers game. I got mad people that love me, which feels good because as much as they're riding for them, I'm riding for, as much as they're riding for me, I would ride for them. So my heart feels huge. I feel abundance. It feels like I'm wealthy. I'm wealthy in love. I have options. I could call mad different people and be like, yo, would you want to go on a trip next year? Yo, can we go do this? Yo, you want to start this challenge with me? Yo, you want to, like, it's amazing. And it's something that I practice every time I can, every chance I get to show up for a person that I want to be my friend or that is my friend. I'm doing it. So I want you to remember that. I want you to know that. And I want you to value that. I want you to have as healthy of a relationship with your family as you do with your friends and vice versa. That's how I hope to raise you. I hope to raise you as a human being that can be in a relationship, that can pick, choose, vet, connect, disconnect, and knows that when you come together, you as a light and another light, you shine brighter. That's how I hope to raise you. Okay, so let's move on to our soul question, the 36 questions to fall in love. So here's this one. If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be? This is hard because I believe that I have the qualities that I want. I think that I need. I think that sometimes I'm not using them at the right time. So what I would do, if I could wake up, it wouldn't really be a quality. It would be something that I want in place, that I have in place. And if I could wake up and suddenly have my content creator systems in place, that's what I would have. I want to have systems for Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok streaming, as well as this podcast. And often what's happening right now is that I am engaging with this in an inspiration kind of way. It's like I post when I feel like it. And I know that in order for it to, the way that this works is typically creating the systems and maintaining them. And that's also, not only is it the way that social media works, but that's the way that my success works a lot of the time, is when I'm in ritual and practice, when I'm in practice and practice and practice. So it's been a message around choosing the things and just continuing to do it. And so if I could wake up and I've gotten past the part of relying on inspiration, I could just wake up and it be my gig. Like, for example, me in The Lion King. When I'm in The Lion King, they tell me what my schedule is. I show up to rehearsal. I know what to expect. I know what the gig is. I know the materials. I listen to it, I plan, I prepare, I rehearse, I execute, I slay, I go to bed. That's it. Like, being an entrepreneur, I need that same structure that's in corporate, and I need to incorporate that in my life, and I need to do that for social media. And that has been something that I would, if I could wake up tomorrow and have done, it would be done. It would be on and popping. What else? Okay, I think that was it. I just wanted to say that I love you so much. And this man this weekend kept talking about me. In addition to marrying me, he was talking about having a baby. So I just want you to know that you are being called on by strangers. Me and your father and potential other strangers want me to have you. So I just want you to know that you're loved way, way before I even conceive. And I love that for you. You're gonna be it. You're already it right now. You've been it before I even started talking about you. So, because you have been in my tummy this whole time, because you're a part of my eggs. So I love you. Also, everyone else listening, thank you for listening, for riding this wave with me, for coming into my interesting brain. Please leave a review. Let me know you listening. Do all the thug thizzles for me. This podcast, I'm gonna keep posting it. I'm gonna keep doing it. And I'm proud of it. So it's going down. All right. And to you, my love, whenever you hear this, I just know I was thinking of you. I was learning, growing, and preparing a world for you to thrive in. And I can't wait to see who you become. I love you. Later.